Yay!
You want to kick it off, Frank, since you brought us the delightful Moonchild here?
Yes. Hello, welcome to the Completely Appropriate Podcast. I am Frank, along with...
Frank? I don't know where to go from here.
Yeah.
I'm Cassie, hi.
Hi.
Hi, we've got a beautiful guest here in the studio, in this little apartment here today. You want to introduce yourself, Miss Moonchild?
Yes, hello guys. Thank you for having me. I'm Cassi Moon. It's awesome. This is my first podcast, so I'm pretty excited. Yes, it's my first time.
Is it, you came in with all the confidence of someone who's done this before. Like,
Yeah,
no, I'm good. Just
Thank you.
let's set this up. Frank, where can the people find us? Let them know before we get this kicked off. We sure didn't, because we got cut off with Miss Cassie.
You can find us on the Instagrams at CI Podcast, on Twitter at CompletelyInApp1P. You can find us on the Facebooks and on the YouTubes under Completely Inappropriate Podcast. You can email us with your questions, comments, concerns over at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com.
Don't fidget with the mic, fidget with that.
No car.
It's like a Play-Doh, little moonbeam.
Yeah, but it's a bit rougher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stressful though. Instead of taking the stress off, I feel like it's...
Oh, well, that's not for
well,
you.
and then you. Oh, it's making you stressful?
Yes.
Oh no, well then throw that away. That's odd. You are a child. I don't understand. How old are you?
I'm 27.
You look like you're like 16.
I know. I always get that. Actually, I send out my portraits, I guess. It's like Polaroids. My Polaroids to a casting for an HBO series. And they right away messaged me because they were looking for a girl for 15 or 14 years old. I was like,
what? Hey, if you can play it, so it's called acting for a reason. You don't have to be that age. You just need to play that part.
And they were like, you gotta be 18 or older. How old are you? I was like, I'm 27. And they were like, what? And I was like,
I'm old enough.
What do people tell
None of your damn business.
Yeah.
How old do I look? That's how old I am.
That's right.
How old do you need me to be?
We were just talking about Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, and we didn't mention this, but everyone there was fucking 30, playing fucking high school.
But that's a common thing.
Yeah.
I mean, most movies have been played by, especially the guys' roles. Guys are always like 5-10 years older than the characters are actually playing.
Yeah.
It's kind of janky. How do you feel about that? I heard you were in a movie.
I was, but the thing is, did you already saw it?
I just saw it last night, and I was like, "Where's she? Where's she?"
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You're left on the floor, huh?
I participated as an extra for the Uncut
Gems
movie with Adam Sandler.
Right.
But the thing was that I was so positive because I was like, dude, I was next to him.
Right, it's hard to get cut out when you're there.
It's like me and the mic right now.
Yeah.
So when we were recording in New York at this little club, so it was the club scene. So when I was watching the movie in the movie theater. What was it, last week? And I saw the guy, Adam Sandler, get the shirt that he was wearing for the scene, and I was like, oh my god, it's my turn! I was so hyped up.
Oh, her scene's coming up.
And I was like, boom, boom, so, the scene comes up with the club, and I'm like, and I grab my boyfriend, and I'm like, oh my god, it's my scene, it's my scene. I was all excited, and I was just waiting for it, so then he stops. The fucking scene was like this. I was like, are you kidding me?
They just cut straight to his face.
That's the thing with movies, you don't know. You see all these cameras and stuff, and you would think okay, they're gonna get a right shot on this one.
Right.
They got a bunch of shots that they didn't even use.
Of course.
And I was like, dang it, because they put me in 5 scenes, and I was like,
wow.
Oh, for sure I'm gonna be in this. Nope. I was like, and then I was like, all the movie, I was like. My heart was breaking.
Well, don't feel too bad, because the same thing happened to Jimmy Kimmel. I'm pretty sure I told you this.
Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah. He was in a movie. I forgot which movie, but he told his kids. He was so excited about it. He's like, hey, I'm going to be in this one movie with that one guy. I'm like, okay. So he got invited to the premiere, and he took his kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, shit, my scene's coming up. And then after the movie, his kids were like, You liar! You're not in the movie.
Well, I mean, that's most movies. I mean, you can't say there's no actor out there that hasn't been put on the cutting room floor at some point. You start off where you start off. You build up just like this podcast. We don't have a wide reach. We don't have a large audience yet, but we're willing to keep putting in the work and keep building. Get wonderful guests like you, and like our last episode, we had a special guest on as well. And that's all it's about, is making the connections, making a good impact on the people that you do work with. Yeah. That way they remember you. And next time you have an audition with those people, like, hey, you were in that movie, you were good, I'm sorry you got cut out, let's give you another chance this time. You know, that's what it's all about. Just stay positive, don't let it get you down, because life gets you down enough. Life gets you down enough. Don't let work get you down.
Either way, I do recommend that movie. It was pretty good. It was so frustrating.
Adam Sandler
but the
movie.
end
Actually,
was
no.
like...
No,
not a Sandler movie?
It's
not
Adam Sandler's
not
in
a,
it.
but it's not a Madison production.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah.
So what is the movie about?
It's about...
Oh, are you under like any NDA? Oh, it's out now.
Yeah, it's out
so
now,
I guess...
so
No,
I
I am under an NDA. So...
But you still spoke about it.
I
That's
know! But it's just like
certain
the minimum. Is I'm not saying a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, she
you
can't
know?
say like what happened
saying,
on set
exactly.
and stuff like that. Like if the actors got a little finicky with each other, she can't go run tell TMZ like, oh, Sandler don't slap this dude upside the head the other day. You don't even understand. He made him cry, Frank. He made that little boy cry. He was 10 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, that he really did throw the balls at the kids. Like,
oh, wait, what?
That's...
Oh, I was fucking you around.
No, and Happy... the one more reason with all the...
Medicine.
Yeah.
That's his production.
He wanted...
Billy Medicine.
Yeah, Billy Medicine. Like, that scene was there because he actually wanted to throw balls at the kids.
That was right out of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And he was still all
No,
fucking
like,
coked
wow,
up.
what a fucking asshole.
Everybody was coked up on Saturday Night Live that era, though. So, anyway, got lost in Sandler movies.
No, but I really liked the movie because it took me back to my fucking gambling days from, around the time when I met you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So, the important question, how do you know Frank? How did this whole situation, how did we get you here in this raggedy-ass place?
Hey, hi. No, I was working at Tilted Kilt, which is a restaurant.
Right.
And what is it, like the Expressway?
Yeah, it's right off the freeway here in McAllen, but it's Hooters competition.
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of similar idea.
Yeah, so where there's a Hooters, there's a Tilted Kilt.
He was one of the clients, I guess, and
like an escort service.
I know, it sounds super
you're there a lot when you're a client at the Tilted Kilt.
I mean, he was very nice, and he was like, the first thing he told me, "You look like Hermione."
That was afterwards.
Holy shit, you
That was
do.
afterwards. That was in the
Oh my god, I didn't see that till just now.
Second day, I was like, "Hey, where is she?"
I know, you didn't take long. It was just right away. Anyway,
somebody beat me to it. I'm like, "Oh yeah, she does look like."
Well, Emma Watson, yeah.
I've had it before. I look more like Emma Watson when I'm not with makeup. Like if I don't have makeup,
no, you have
you're
very unique. I wouldn't say you look like, but I could see where that could be seen. You do, yeah. I mean, we all get.
Yeah, I met him there. What was it like? How many years ago? Like 5 or less?
A lot more than.
A lot more.
More than 5 years.
Yeah, I think it was, because 5 years ago was 2015, and this was way before 2015. It was like 2013, I think. Yeah.
Bogged down in the details. Where were you? So at the Tilted Kilt, he was a regular. How do you end up? What, did he ask you for your phone number? Did he just start stalking you on Facebook all of a sudden?
Stalking Facebook.
I mean, isn't that the way nowadays? How else do you
It's not
start
stalking
meeting
if
if
you're
you're like, hey, I saw you over at the Holiday Wine and Liquor the other day. Just thought I'd say hi.
I mean, it's weird, but that's how you date now too. It's like,
crazy.
hey,
I got
okay, it's weird.
Yeah, I was using Facebook for that reason when Facebook would, like right before Twitter like blew up, I think, and everyone was still using Facebook more than like Instagram and stuff. That's when me and my wife got together, and we almost immediately had to cancel our Facebook accounts. Like, I'm a flirt. I will hook up with anybody that messages me on Facebook, and I want to be serious with this one, you know. So
you
I cut it
out.
out. Yeah, no Facebook, no Instagram. Oh, good looking out, people, but don't worry, it's a virus thing. Your subscription has expired. Normal security. I'll update it eventually. I can't see a lot of people hacking in to steal our podcast episodes. They're leaking.
Never know.
I know, they're
Yeah,
leaking Sandler footage, they're leaking our footage. Oh shit. The world's gone to hell.
But so you're a huge flirt like I am, but
Oh,
you're
yeah.
faithful.
Sorry, you're
100%,
distracting me with Norton
just like I
anyways.
am.
No, oh yeah. You're such a faithful
I
person.
am.
Hey, I'll tell you what, you're loyal. You've been, as far as I know, you've been here
Yeah.
every Saturday that I've needed you. You haven't given up on me yet.
I told you, I'm in it till the end.
Oh, my sweetheart. Anyway, so so I got out, long story short, I got out of all the Instagrams and Facebooks. Oh, I thought there was a cat there or something.
No.
It's like, are you petting my cat? I thought we put him in the
I'll be
bedroom.
like, all the podcasts.
Oh no! All you hear.
Uh,
Shit, got distracted again. That's how this podcast
you.
goes. Yeah. Okay, we'll continue the
But
conversation.
you were saying, God, I forgot what you were saying. But anyways,
I'm saying how you stalked her on Facebook right around the time I got off Facebook altogether.
oh.
oh yeah.
Oh, good
What a
segue, right? I
coincidence.
threw that right back
Yeah.
in. Yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky. You would have had 2 stops to do it.
But it's okay. It's not like I'm so obsessed that I tattooed her name on me.
No, just her eyes along with the
And
name.
my signature. That's it.
Did you sign that? I was curious.
Yeah.
I did it on paper first, and then
Oh, good
he-
move.
She was more nervous than I was.
Good move.
I was telling him, don't do it, don't do it. He's like, do it. I was like, what?
Do it.
Don't.
Well, at least he didn't do it as like a love interest. It's like, this is a... I could see that. That's okay.
No, as far as a hypothetical, I'm like,
One, it's not your full face. Like, your whole outline
okay.
is just...
that would have been weird.
That would have been fucking weird.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Well, because it's you.
You're like, oh,
I'll be like,
I
yay.
mean, forgive me, but I'll wait for the IMDb credits before I get your face tattooed anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, that was the.
I don't know.
that
I
was
was this close to getting like a Jay and Silent Bob tattoo, because I'm a big fan of Clerks.
You know what? If we ever get them on the pod, we should tattoo one of them on one of our cheeks. I don't know when we
You
put
mean-
our butts together.
You mean
Jay and Silent Bob.
Kevin Smith and
Yeah.
Jason Mewes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a reasonable request. Yeah,
Just for fun,
Okay.
shits and giggles, man.
let's get a budget
I
together.
think your future wife won't like that.
No, it's okay.
She'll be
'cause
like,
I know, what's
gotta
gonna
look at
happen?
No,
those dudes
it-
in your butt. I don't know, like.
Now, your
relationship. So
boyfriend-
it's like,
Your boyfriend now is speaking. How long have you been with him?
we're going to 8 months.
Oh,
You know when their anniversary is?
That's so cute.
you know when their anniversary is? I'll give you a hint.
October
It's
31st.
the same birthday as ours.
I know this. Hold on.
Oh,
June.
what?
When did we start? July?
No, like you and I.
Oh, June 8th.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the birth of the podcast. I forget. Yeah, we have the same birthday.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
and
a
now,
couple years younger than me.
yeah, I'm 23.
Aha!
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
still trying to figure out. how
Yeah,
old he
I'm
is.
older than you, of course.
That's why I was so surprised that you look so youthful, because he's the youngest one out of all of us. I don't understand it. Best shape out of all of us, dude.
That's
Yeah.
Round is a beautiful shape.
Yeah, if you say so.
You.
Me.
Why did you start stalking her in the first place?
Oh, because I felt like it.
Why do we stalk anyone?
Yeah, you know, because you can.
Don't lie, Frank. Ah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was asking about your relationship. So you've been with him 8 months.
Yes, 8 months.
Who's
now.
this guy? What makes him so
Travis.
special?
It's so different for me because I was used to dating a Mexican, of course.
Oh, he's a beefy white dude, right?
Yeah.
I did see. Yeah, I think I did see a picture of you guys together. I was like, damn, he yoked.
So I was in a long relationship before that, 10 years and a half.
Whoa.
So he was my only one back then. So I was like completely new to all this. So when I met him, I was very scared. I was like, I don't know, he's just used me. He's just,
Yeah.
you know, because
Yeah,
I would
first dates are
get-
scary.
because I would get like
New
scared
relationship.
that I'm not used to being like with one and another and share your body to so many people. Like it's so weird for me. It's weird.
Yeah, that's not
Like
what you
others might be okay with it, but that wasn't my ideal. So when I met him, we went on dates for like a month and a half, and I was like, well, I don't know if we're gonna do this official because I can't be kissing you if we're not boyfriend and girlfriend. But that was me. And he was like, well, we gotta make it happen. So then we started dating. After like a photo shoot, he told me like, hey, let's go to this. I think they call them like pop-ups or something like that. They're like
pop-up
sets.
stores? Or,
They're like sets of different like ideas. For example, I don't know, this room is 50s. This room has a lot of ducks.
Oh,
this
a club.
room, you know?
Like a club? Well, I don't understand.
No, it's
What,
like
like
a whole
Photo studio?
Yeah, it's like a photo studio with
Oh,
different sets.
okay.
But it's a house and every room is
Right, because you said you were
different.
at a photo shoot with him and that you went to this other photo shoot?
No, it's the same thing. It's,
Oh, that was
it's
in
the
the
same
same
place.
okay, I'm sorry.
That's why I'm saying like it's different sets.
Right.
It's kind of different. They don't do it here in the valley.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
Korean-
no.
It's
Really? They just
Yeah, I was
don't
gonna
do it
take you, but then
What?
it slipped my mind.
Okay.
I'm
He
just
never
now-
told me
I'm
about it,
just
by
now
the way.
remembering it. Oh, damn it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's alright.
Okay.
Let's take,
That's okay. That's
happy
cool.
we're together now to bring
I
these things
know.
up.
Yay.
That's
But
cool.
yeah,
you guys
so
can check that out. Maybe you can snap some pictures and let me know what it's like over there. Maybe we can find some.
Yeah, I went there with my
guests for the
best friend. That's
podcast.
how I found out about it. She's like,
Cool.
come here, we're taking pictures. I'm like, fuck your
I thought I was
pictures.
your best friend
Oh, well.
for the last 6
Felt
months or
wrong.
however long we've been doing this.
Yeah. And I'm like, fuck your pictures. She's like, no, let's do this. So I,
Shut up, Frank. So you meet him. So he's a model as well.
no.
Or was he doing-
So I was saying that we went to that place, the pop up, and we shot some pictures like boyfriend girlfriend. And I was like, well, this is different because we haven't actually like said you're my girlfriend now, you know.
Mhm.
So I was just thinking like Mexicans and Americans are very different as for dating wise.
Culturally, yeah.
Yeah, culturally, and I was having a lot of like trouble to understand him and me explaining to him whatever I wanted to say because I still feel my English isn't perfect.
Oh,
So I
that's
gotta
good
be
there.
thinking a lot.
Yeah.
I before I say something, I'm like, okay, does this make sense? You know?
Oh,
It's-
you had no trouble today, at least.
Well, thank you. But so yeah, that happened. We did that photo shoot. We got to his house after it, and then he just asked me, he's like, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" I was like, "Yes, let's do it."
Make
So
it
we started.
official.
Yeah.
That's
mhm,
sweet.
we started dating. It was
Oh,
great.
that's so sweet. So, but how did you meet him initially then?
Tinder.
No kidding?
So I opened Tinder.
Wait, hold on. The girl
So
in the
this
10 and
is
a
the
half year
story.
relationship decides to go on a dating website
Because I don't know how to
for
date.
Isn't it hooking up? Like
Yeah.
the whole point of Tinder.
I'm getting there.
In
Wait,
particular.
don't start. Let me take this. Okay, so what happened first? Well, since I was new in Houston, I don't know no one. I live in Houston right now. People don't know. I'm just talking about it.
Right.
But I used to live in McAllen, like Frank. That's how I met him. But I moved out to Houston, and I've been there 2 years and a half now. And since I don't go out, like I'm very like, even though I do modeling and lingerie and stuff like that, I'm very timid. Like I don't even know how to like. So you want to date me? Like, what's up? How,
Right.
You know, like
Well,
I
to
don't know
be
what
fair-
to say. Like, how do you do it nowadays? You know?
To be fair, in at least our culture here, it's the man who's supposed to take the
Yeah,
lead there.
exactly.
But yeah, in Houston, I know I've got a cousin who's very outgoing. She's very, very quick to be like, "Hey, baby, how are you? Like, you look great. You want to buy me a drink?" Like, she'll confidence up the sky. You know
Yeah,
that you could
that's
not
crazy.
believe. But it's that Houston aspect. Things move a little quicker. Girls are a little less timid.
I mean, there's girls here in the valley like the same way, but
Oh,
I was
absolutely,
just because I had this long relationship, I didn't know how it was now
Yeah,
because I'd never had no one else.
I can't imagine.
So I was
being-
like,
and
dang,
so-
how am I gonna meet someone?
So this 10 and a half year relationship started when you were in your,
15,
I was going to say 16, 15. Wow.
15 and a half.
Can't imagine being with somebody for that long at that
Uh-huh.
age. Nobody could put up with me that long.
because
I tried. I
you
never.
were a flirt. You just told us. You probably were just going
Well,
around with girls and girls and girls.
incorrect.
Really?
Incorrect. I tried real. I think the girls I was with expected me to be that way, so I was like a safe play. I was always the rebound guy. Like girls would get out of a relationship and then hook up with me because I was nice, and I can admit that I was fairly more attractive when I was younger. And it was easier for me to get girls, but the girls thought I would just the girls tended to be the ones that wanted to just hook up for a couple months and then they'd go back to their boyfriends or whatever. Oops.
Mhm.
That was pretty much my MO. That's what happened with my wife. She was with a guy. We started talking on Facebook, messing around on the side, and then she realized that the guy was already kind of not around anyway.
Okay.
And I've brought this up a lot, but I told her I'm gonna fly to Ohio to hook up with this girl that I talked to online for since I was 12. So I went for a weekend to go hook up with this girl in Ohio. Came back, and by the time I landed off the plane, she was like, "Hey, I broke up with my boyfriend." And I'm like, "Great, nothing went further than just sex for the weekend with this girl. So do you want to try and make this more serious with each other, since we seem to really be digging each other?" And that's how it ended up happening, and just kind of flowed together. We stopped lying to each other about little things, decided we wanted to be more honest, and like, hey, we're pregnant, let's get married.
Wow.
But it all worked out.
Yeah,
It's worked out really nice. We all have our different stories. So whether it's Tinder, Facebook, I actually knew her in high school. She was a year younger than me in high school. So, and we had kissed in high school once or twice. I like my story. Sorry, I get lost in my own little love story. Everyone's trying to talk about you here, Cassie. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So
I was saying, because there's some funny story behind this with Frank. So,
oh yeah, Frank's here.
I opened the Tinder, right? It was when I was in Houston. So I kept it like very like private. I would change the name because I didn't want no one to think that it was me, because I don't know how to date people, you know? Like, dude, it's the truth. Even though like I do modeling or whatever, they would think I would be like, I have sight guys everywhere. I don't. So then I opened the Tinder. My name was Carla. And Frank, I visited my mom in the cabin, fucked it up because I didn't close it before coming to Valley.
Okay.
So it popped out for everyone that was using Tinder. So I would be getting messages on Facebook like crazy because the people know me here, but not in Houston. So here they're like, "Hey, do you have Tinder? I just saw you, but it says Carla." I was like, "Oh my God, these people are using my photos." I was just lying because the people, I didn't want them to think that I was like, "Oh, she's so lame, she don't have no one," you know.
But everybody asking is because they have it too. They saw you on there because they were listening to. It's nothing to be embarrassed.
But then the word would go out, you know. It's like, "Oh my God, did you see? Like my friend just told me that this chick is on Tinder," and here in the Valley, they're very like grossed out and chisme.
Chisme's ridiculous.
So they're like, "Oh, it's for cooking up." But it just depends.
Did you know that? I mean, what did you think?
It just depends. That's what I was telling
Frank. Because it has a thing there, right? Like whether casual hookup or...
No, you just put it on the description. Friends. Yeah.
Like you can switch from Tinder to Tinder Friends.
Oh.
Now, I don't know. I haven't used it for a long time since...
But a lot of women, they'll just put only here for friends, and then I'll left swipe. I'm like, well, fuck you. No, with
no, they don't want to fuck you. That's why they put friends.
It's good. I think it's great.
Cassi Moon, the thing is, I saw it and I'm like, what? Like I was gonna report her, and I'm like, wait a minute.
It still freaks me out.
Yeah, so then I hit her up.
Oh, you're gonna report her because you thought it was somebody that
and then I hit her up. I'm like, hey, is this you?
And I told him, no, I'm not, because I was like, I don't want no one from the Valley to know it's me. Mm-hmm. So then I was like, dang it, I was talking with my nephew, I was like, this is like everywhere. Oh well. I posted, and I was like, well, too late, right? But then I reopened it in Houston, and that's how I met him on Tinder, and we went on dates.
Was he your first date?
No, I had 3 more, like 3.
3 before or 3 after?
No, 3 before.
So he was the last one.
Very loyal. What was that?
So even though you had just gone out on one date with him, you're like, let's see how this goes. You weren't putting more...
looking for more dates?
Yeah, just playing the field, seeing
who was I was depressed back then. I was like, I don't even want to go out. But my best friend, my gay friend, he was like, dude, just
I love gay friends.
put swipe right. And I was like, no. And he was like, swipe right. So then when I matched, I was like, okay, it's because I don't want to go out. Just, you got to be pretty and, you know, you got to fake it. But then I wasn't ready for, you know, like, because my friend was like, if you're not going to get out of it, if you don't try something new, I was like, okay, I'm going to go out. So I went out like with 3 people. The first guy he was like, I don't know, 30-some. But the pictures were super old.
Oh,
and when I got to the place, it was a restaurant, burger restaurant, and he's like, "Are you the one that's wearing black?" Yeah, I got her. And I'm like, yeah. It's like, I'm at the door. I was like, okay. So I'm walking, right? And I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like, who is this dude? I was like, oh my god, what am I doing here?
The famous MySpace angles and everything.
I was like, hi, because I'm nice. I'm like, well, alright. I'm just
You can
shocked.
at least sit there and have a
Yeah.
nice dinner with somebody.
I was eating and blah, blah, blah. He was a very nice guy and stuff like that. But I was like, this is just already started bad because it was fake profile.
Right.
Like, I mean, not fake profile, but he was very young in those pictures.
False precedent. Yeah, he presented himself as a younger
exactly.
person.
It's like I put a picture of me like, or skinny, and then I'm fat, or it's not right.
Just post a current picture.
Yeah,
just post a current picture. I don't know, man. That stuff's still so sketchy. I would say like. Okay, before we get there, I need to FaceTime you so I could see that you are me.
That'd be so weird.
Let's talk for 10 minutes, and then if that goes well, we'll go into the restaurant, and we'll get out of our separate cars and get into the... You know what? It just freaks me out to think you're meeting somebody you've never met before. You don't know if anything they've ever told you is true. Like, I can't date like that. I couldn't date like that even when I was younger. If I hooked up with somebody, it's because... Usually I met them through work or something.
You'd have a little bit of relationship or what?
Well, there would at least be a face-to-face interaction without the pretense of like, oh, are we gonna hook up? Like, we're just two people randomly meeting on the street. Like, hi, how are you? And it builds from there. You get to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start off reading this information about each other, you can be misled into just like, I like long walks on the beach and pina coladas. They're like, well, what he really means is that he's homeless, he lives on the beach, and he's an alcoholic. You can
switch it around. Yeah.
Swing it whichever way makes you sound better. And you're not necessarily lying, but you're not telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was still his picture, but it wasn't really his picture anymore, was it?
Yeah. That's right.
So that was the first one. Do you remember the second and third one? How did those go? First, was that one respectful? Was nothing?
Yeah, he was very respectful, and he
nice
messaged me afterwards. He was like, "It was great. I would like to keep hanging out." And I was like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I didn't feel the same way, but I really wish it goes well for you, and you find the perfect match." That's what I told him.
But that's amazing that you responded.
Thank you. I was like, "Wow, okay."
Yeah, well, because you responded.
Yeah.
You know how many guys would be the next day, hit you up, and girls will just ghost you.
Yeah, they'll just stop talking to guys. Like,
hey, I had a great time. Do you think we could do it again? Instead of responding in an honest, polite way, they'll no response.
It's because you gotta be the person you like to meet.
That's
so even if it's not gonna work out, you just say it. It's like, hey, I mean.
And who knows? Maybe he's got a cute brother that you're gonna find interesting.
No, that'd be so messed up.
Well, nothing happened.
Hey, do you have brothers?
No, don't ask for them. But like, if you ended up, you could still maintain a friendship with these people, even if you. It doesn't.
I don't know. I wouldn't, because it already started in a different way.
In that mindset.
In that mindset, so you're just gonna be faking it.
Well,
the guy's gonna be still thinking that you're attractive or that he likes you and he has possibilities.
Well,
so
how do you feel about guys that are friends? Like in general, like do you believe that, especially single guys, can you have a single guy be a legitimate friend, or is it always in the back of your head like, is he just trying to hook up with me this time again? You know what I mean?
Most of the time, they are kind of like, you can feel the flirty vibe.
Playing an angle?
Yeah, but I do have some good friends. Like, I know he's not interested and I'm not interested either, but it's very rare. It's true. It's true.
It's hard.
Hard. I think one time, Cassi Moon was like, we're talking about fucking type of women I like versus type of guys. I think she was trying to get me to date again. I don't remember, but she was like, "Oh, so you're saying I'm too old for you?" And I'm like, "Yep." And then I'm like, "Wait a minute, I didn't think that one through."
Oh, you foolish fool.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, this was like 4 years ago. Yeah. They're like, "Oh, so I'm too old for you?" I'm like, "Yep." I'm like, "Oh,
I can't. I can't understand your affinity for the younger girls. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. No, I won't do it.
No, because you're married.
Right, but even then, I'd never dated anybody that was more than like a year or 2 years younger than me.
Really?
Yeah, it's just there was nothing to connect there. Like, I felt like it
I
was
think
too
it's-
vapid. And then I got married by the time I was 24, so it's not like I had a lot of later years to date people. Like, at 24, 19, 20 isn't that much young. I don't know, that's still pretty young though.
Yeah.
I feel like at 24,
How old
you're
is
dating.
your wife?
She's only a year younger. She's 29. I'm 30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't date someone like almost my age. I feel like they're too.
Needy?
No.
You're
Like
27.
too.
So.
Let me think. Let me
Yeah,
think.
no,
What's the
get the
perfect
right
word?
I'm interested here.
It's like they would get mad for stupid stuff
So they're-
instead of immature.
Yeah, too
Immature.
immature,
Like
sure.
I feel they're not the same level as women as mentally. I know it sounds kind of like, oh my god. It just depends, right?
It's scientifically backed up that women tend to
Women
mature.
mature
I do
faster.
like mature guys.
And
Like
I
I
think
prefer
the average is-
31, 30 and up. Like I'm 27, so at
Yeah.
least 4 years apart. Because
Yeah.
that's what I
And
feel
that-
it would be worth for me. Because I want someone to take care of me, be good. Not take care of me as economically wise. I'm saying like he's gonna
As a
protect
man,
me from evil.
yeah, as a man
You know?
takes care of the wife just like the wife takes care of the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely understandable. It's weird that the traditionalist mindset. It seems to be something that's a natural fit for men and women to play with each other, or men and men and women and women if there's a male dump, female dump, whatever. But it's a natural role to play. But everywhere online politically is no, we're all equal. I don't wash the dishes if you don't wash the dishes. Like, well, are you at home for 10 hours out of the day while I'm still at work? Maybe you should wash the dishes. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
a gender specific thing. It's like time availability.
What I
Like-
say is like you gotta help each other.
Yeah, like if I had the last 2 weeks off of work, I'm doing the dishes. I'm not doing a great job, but I'm taking care of the dishes.
Trying.
And trying to take care of the house a little bit while my wife is going to work. But she only works half a day where I work full days. So
You know, the crazy thing with mine, he cooks, I don't cook.
No.
Like, I'm super bad cooker.
I went to
Yeah.
I went to school to cook, and I stopped cooking altogether when I got married. Because she likes to take care of it, and she
Uh-huh.
feels like that's part of her job in this marriage. But I got one of those air fryer pressure cookers, so I did like all the cooking the last week, and my wife's like, I need to cook, stop, get out of the kitchen. She just wanted to get back in there and feel like she was providing her
I feel
service.
like that's been more and more common with women, that they don't know how to cook. And I'm like, it's not bad. I'm not saying you're a woman, you have to cook, but, you know.
Everybody should.
Yeah, how
I
can
mean,
you live by
you
yourself?
gotta know the common, like the basics. I
Yeah.
know the basics,
You
that's
need
for
to-
sure.
you
I
need to
know
be
how
able
to
to
do
serve.
rice, I knew, all those simple stuff. My chickens, my,
Boiled
eggs. Exactly, all that is normal. But I can't be like, okay, let me do some homemade mashed potatoes
Honestly-
and, like all this stuff that
Honestly
they
though,
use.
if you wanted to, you could. Because all it is following directions. If you ever took a science class and they told you measure out this much, put it in, measure, it's the same thing. It's
You know,
just
Valentine's Days are on
just
the
follow the
corner.
instructions.
You can, that'll be a cute date. Go on a fucking cooking class.
We've talked about
Oh,
shit! Cooking classes?
it. Yeah, he's very nice. You know what I want to do? I want to do those like molding, like doing, what is it called?
Oh, like
ceramics.
it goes.
Pottery.
Pottery!
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I want to do because I want to start doing my creepy mugs. But
Creepy
this is I
mugs.
love terror stuff and
Oh,
I do
yeah.
special effects makeups and stuff.
We're going to go long on this episode, but that's okay because you cut us short on our last episode. So you owe us about 15 extra minutes there.
Oh, well.
I had seen around Halloween, and he brought it up to me yesterday that you like to do FX makeup and stuff, and I thought that was really, really interesting.
Yes, I do love doing special effects makeups. It takes a lot of time, but it's worth it because at the end it looks awesome and it's creepy and you scare people. So it's
What's your
pretty fun.
favorite thing that you've worked on yourself or on someone else?
Well, everyone loves the sea monster. I did a sea monster with a big old, ¿cómo se dice
Fish
casco?
tank?
Like,
helmet.
kind of like a,
Like a helmet.
a helmet.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm logged in here, but let's see if we can find it. Okay. Ooh, if I could spell Instagram, jeez Louise.
Ah. Hey, we're also trying to get her on.
Yeah, everyone's hard to get a hold of.
We'll get her eventually.
My favorite picture. I love that. I loved your fairy little cosplay. That was cool.
So
was that
go on
from-
the makeup one, like go up and
Yeah.
click Cassi Moon makeup on top of the description.
Oh.
Up, that one.
Makeup.
And
I'm not
go
very
down.
good with this.
And go down.
Oh my
down,
god,
down,
you
down.
didn't do these, did you?
Yeah.
You did all these?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! How did I never find this page?
The bottom
oh my
one.
god!
The bottom one is the one that
That
a lot
one.
of people love.
What
but-
the fuck? How'd you do that?
Well,
It's
I'm
not, and
impatient.
this is
I
it.
just planned it one day. I know, actually, no, I was working on it
But
for
hold
like
on,
a week.
That's what she
That's
looks like in the makeup. This isn't.
That's me.
That's oh, this is you.
Yeah, that's me.
Holy shit!
I did
Okay,
it all myself.
but this isn't like there's no Photoshop here.
No.
This is
Go to
really what it
the left,
looks You people listening to this, go to Cassi Moon on Instagram. What was it?
Cassi Moon
underscore
makeup.
makeup. Cassi Moon underscore makeup. Follow that shit. I can't believe I never looked at this. That is insane.
There's more
Sorry,
photos
I'm-
on that post.
I just can't stop looking. Oh no.
Videos and stuff. Like,
I'm really bad. Like I said, I'm not used to using the computer for Instagram.
so it's like all the process and everything.
Wow, the lights. You even had it lit up. What? So who's sculpting that stuff?
Me.
You in the blonde?
Yeah.
That's you?
That's me.
Oh wow.
I've had
I
my
think I've
hair
ever
in a lot of different colors.
Yeah, I haven't noticed you blonde before, I guess. That is intense. Holy crap. But all of these. When he said, I mean, I don't remember which one I saw of you then, because these don't look familiar. I might have lied. I might not have seen your makeup stuff. Hey, at least
That's
I can own up to my mistakes. It is a mistake that I haven't seen this yet.
I'm always wanting to fight everyone. I'm like, "Eeh, look at this. Knuckle
People just hold
punch.
their hand out right on your forehead like a bad cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
So which is your personal favorite out of these?
Well,
Zombie Boy is pretty fucking sick. Oh, my eyes.
that zombie's my favorite zombie because I've done a bunch.
This one?
But I don't
Oh, this-
really have a favorite. I feel I
Is this
never have
a
a very
zombie
good one.
mermaid? What is that?
It was a witch.
Oh, it's just the dress.
It's a witch. It's like, yeah, it's a skirt and I'm just like topless, but of course that's not my real chest. Like I have
Yeah, it's
like,
a plating.
like a what's it?
Pasties.
Yeah, she used paper to mold the essentially breastplate.
Yeah, the plate.
Exactly. Thank
Yeah.
you, Frank.
No, yeah, I didn't think that your ribs actually protruded like that. Don't worry. No, that's amazing. So how did you get into that?
I first started drawing and I just decided to, whatever I had in the paper, do it in my face. And that's how it went.
That's crazy. What is this moonshot?
This is just
Moonshot?
whenever I feel inspired and post like little like.
You're more artsy. Your little artsy page. Like my
Yeah.
my personal photographs. That's cool, man. It's really inspiring that you spread yourself out like that you do. You're not just doing the modeling. Although your modeling is gorgeous. What got you into doing this in the first place?
When I was 13, I started as a model and went.
13?
Yeah, 13.
Doing what kind of shoots?
Oh, it was just casual, like fashion shoots.
Okay, I'm gonna stop staring at your
Route
pictures
21.
while you're right in front of me. I was scrolling through them. I wasn't perving out or anything. Sorry, I just realized that probably doesn't look great if I'm just like, ooh.
It's okay. They're there for a reason, I
That's
guess.
true. Yeah,
So-
that's right. But we absolutely everybody should follow. You have amazing photographs. Amazing. Your makeup is great. I'm looking forward to seeing more of this from you, though.
Thank you. That's my thing. Like if I could, I would go for professional school because I've never had classes. This is just like my amateur
That's
stuff and not
pretty
even
good for
using
amateur.
like good quality items or whatever. But if I could, I would go and study for this. But it's very expensive, so I'm just keeping it low.
Well, they've
save
got
up.
they've got
Maybe
plenty
take some
of
courses.
yeah they've got plenty of courses online that you can look
But
up.
this is like hand stuff. You gotta
That's
have
true.
a teacher.
You gotta know the texture, how rubbery it's supposed to
And
feel at
use
certain times.
the tools and, you know, because you got to do the molds for the foam masks, because I want to learn that stuff.
Well, have you ever thought about just, I mean, you've got amateur stuff here already done. You've got a history of working with it. Have you ever thought of entering these like television competitions where you send off your little portfolio?
I did send it out a couple years back when Face Off was.
Face Off was my shit.
Same.
Me and my wife
I
were
was
so
all
obsessed
the
with
fucking
that.
time watching it. Well,
so good.
I did get a reply from them. I sent out my makeup example for them, so they would tell you, okay, you gotta do, I don't know, a creature, and you would have to send a video with the creature, whatever creature you want to send as like your test.
What'd you say?
You know, I can't remember. I think I sent the sea monster. I'm not sure.
In the mic.
I think I sent the sea monster.
That would
I'm
be
not
the
sure.
one. Yeah, that's it. It doesn't even look real. It doesn't look real at all. So that's a mask on your face?
It's paper. It's what is it? Cotton, and
That's
just
so
wet it
crazy.
with glue, and then.
That is so crazy what you can do.
But
For
I
never
didn't
having
get.
a course.
I didn't reach out, so I was like, dang it, I didn't get in. I guess it's because I don't have great. What is it like soft? I do the marks too strong, so I gotta know how to like
blend,
diffuse.
to blend
Blend
and
in.
diffuse. Yeah, that's a good word. Diffuse. Yeah, but I mean, just practice. Keep it up. Keep it up. I want to see you on TV doing this. I mean, it'd be great to see you up on the screen with Adam Sandler. We can get, but I mean, there's behind the scenes stuff that you can do that can make you a lot more famous in a different community.
That's true.
Follow your passion. That's awesome. So
Yep.
what do you like? So this is what you like doing more then?
Yeah, and acting, I guess, because it's very fun. You
Yeah,
do
of course, it's
a
play.
lot of different stuff.
It's like an actor I like, Brian Callen. He plays the coach on the Goldbergs, or Schooled on ABC. Family comedy crap that he watches dads. But yeah, he says that acting is just, it's playing pretend for a living. Or Kevin Smith also said that.
Yeah, playing
you
pretend.
play pretend for a living. That's a beautiful thing. That's pretty much what we're trying to do here on the podcast, our own version of playing pretend, except we're just playing. We just stop right at playing. We're not pretending nothing. We're just trying to play and entertain people with who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you, Frank?
Entertaining people with our mouths.
For your oral pleasure.
That is a pleasure.
Anyway, so, gosh, that was a lot to cover. I feel like we learned a lot about you today. Was there anything else? Oh, we forgot one very important thing.
I think we should add like more, since you guys like the inappropriate stuff or whatever, maybe add 2 more things.
The questions?
But as for questions.
I was about to get to that. You cut me off right before you read my mind. I'm happy we covered this before we started. Everyone's on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Frank, you want to kick it out? Do you have any inappropriate questions you would like to ask the Moonchild here?
I'm thinking, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
So happy you prepared. What? Oh, ooh. Okay, so that's inappropriate. You mentioned how you like to beat the shit out of your teachers or something.
No.
How you like took a baseball bat to the back of the head
Oh,
of
what?
your coach.
We've
Of
spoken about
course
this. She's
not.
a man beater.
She's
She
a
denies it.
Well.
Shut up. I'm just
So
punching
don't-
everyone.
Don't
Yeah.
be violent.
Yeah.
Do you fight? Do you get in a lot of
No.
fights?
She beat her boyfriend for overcooking the roast.
No.
Yeah.
Not true. That's not true. That's the lie. But that's funny. That was big fun.
What happened? You burned a roast, or the boyfriend burned a roast?
He burned the meat. Nah, I'm joking. But okay, so what happened was that I was in high school, I believe, 9th or 10th grade. I can't remember. Sure, I'm not sure. Anyway, I had this super best friend. We would dress like the same, same.
no.
Yeah, those kind of like Mean
Damn it.
Girls type, you know. And then
Oh no, really?
yeah, it was hilarious. Anyway, so then this girl started talking shit about me because the guy that she liked would take me to my
Toxic.
classes
Oh,
and talk to me, but I wasn't even interested in that guy.
Right.
So then she started saying like, she looks like a rat and blah blah blah, and I was like, what? So I got mad. Back in the day, stupid, I know. But back in the day, I was like, oh hell no. She's not
Hormones.
saying
Hormones are a hell of a drug.
That's true.
They are the worst drug in the world. I am not ready for any child to go through any hormonal shifts. I hated myself. I hated everybody.
Aw.
Like, god damn. If it wasn't for weed, I would have been in a darker place.
Yeah, it's intense when we're young.
So do you confront her? What happens here?
So she was with me in history class. She would sit two seats behind me.
Mhm.
So whenever, like, she wasn't talking to me anymore. We had like 2 days without talking. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit her today. I'm gonna fight her.
This is premeditated.
So I was thinking, how am I gonna do this,
You go to
right?
prison for that.
I know, it's scary. So the bell rang, and she's now jumping the seat. So I'm thinking, someone told her that I'm gonna fight her, right? And I'm like, where are you going? And, you know, like, and she's like, what? And I'm like, what did you say? This and you know, I don't have time. Blah blah blah. And I was like, So I threw my binder at her. I'm like, just hit her in the back. And she turns around and she comes up like with the hands in the sky, like I'm short. What are you doing?
Yeah,
like
down here.
She was like this, and I just went like this, grabbed her hands together, and with one arm I punched her in the face like 4 times.
Shit. Jesus.
I know, it was intense. I was like, what am I doing? Afterwards, of course. And then the teacher saw us fighting. She's like, no! She comes out of the room because we're in the hallway now.
Yeah.
And then she comes out of the room and she gets in the middle of us and trying to separate us. So then she gets a punch in the face as well.
Jesus.
And the mouth. And then she couldn't take us apart. The coach comes and he carries me like nothing, like a feather. I'm like, I just fly away. And then he's like, what is happening? Why did you guys get in a fight? I was like, stupid stuff. I didn't even want to talk about it. Anyway, I get suspended. I do community service and everything because of
What?
of
Community
that.
service?
Oh, what is it like? How do you say it? The community.
like suspension, in-school suspension.
Like you clean stuff and stuff.
Community service.
Yes, community
But for
service.
the school or
Because
what?
I had to pay a fine. Yeah.
For assault.
It was $300 or something like
Oh,
that.
so they charged you.
Yeah.
Oh, you got charged. This didn't end at the school.
No.
The girl.
So I was suspended for 3 days and also doing the community service. I was answering calls in Hidalgo's, what is it, electricity or whatever. Like
The Magic Valley Electric Co-op or something?
I would call people and they would hang up on me because of my voice. I was like, I'm a kid, but I'm working here.
Not my fault.
Anyway, so
crazy.
after that, the teacher, when I came back to school, the teacher was like, you see that little girl there? I couldn't get her part. She was just fighting and she hit me. You see this? And she was like, good. She had the busted lip.
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
And that was it.
Oh my goodness. You're insane. What's wrong with you? Is that the only fight you were ever in?
Yeah, well,
I feel like
just,
it wasn't.
the second one, I was just taking care of a friend because she was getting in a fight. I had to separate them, and I ended up putting the girl on the wall with my elbow, like, and she's like, and then the cops came in, and I'm like, it wasn't me. I was just trying to help.
holding her. I was just holding her.
Did you get in a fight, Eddie?
Oh, hardly.
Since you hated everyone.
No, hardly. No, everybody hated me because I was a flirt, but I wouldn't flirt with other girls when I had a girlfriend. I would flirt when that girl broke up with me, and then her friend was standing next to her like, oh, hi, how are you doing?
Oh,
I was that guy, you know? I
goodness.
just didn't take any time between talking to girls. But once I was done talking with the girl, I didn't waste my time being sad over it. Like, you don't want me? Your friend does.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want me anymore? How's your cousin doing over there?
Oh my God, that type.
I was a pretty boy in a land of unpretty boys, I guess. I miss those good old days. No, just kidding. I'm happier now. It's much easier being in a real relationship and not
Yeah.
stressing out about whether they actually give a shit about you or not. You know that they care.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was in a fight once in high school. I've talked about it on the pod before, where I was talking to this girl, and apparently this other little ratty little Mexican dude. He was like half my size, and I was a small kid then, you know. Comes out, he wasn't gonna talk like this. He hasn't got the real nasally voice, like the real high pitched. So one day I hear that him and his friends are gonna jump me after school. It's like, all right, I know all your friends. They're all smaller than me, so I might get my ass kicked, but I'm gonna put up a fight. I had never really been in a fight before, So I'm on my way walking home after school.
I bet you were nervous because that's how I felt. I feel like that nerve of excitement, but
I was.
like, dang, what's gonna happen?
But I also didn't think that he would actually do anything. Like, they weren't the type of guys that, they were all talk kind of guys.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm going up to him, I go up to the guy, he blocks my way, and the guys are all around me, and I'm like, dude, if you're gonna take a swing, take a swing. I've got places to be. I don't need to fuck with you and all your friends if you're not gonna throw a punch. He's like, ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? I'm like, ¿Qué onda what? I'm right here. So I'm like, alright dude, I'm done. And I just walk past him, and as I take a step past him, I'm going to step up on the curb, and he pushes me from behind. And so I tripped on the curb, and I was like, oh, fuck. So I knew as I'm surrounded by people, I had to throw the first punch. So I turn around and just Hail Mary this dude, like one big swing to his jaw. And he goes,
Did he fall?
yeah, he went down to the ground. I mean, he didn't get knocked out. He went down to the ground and got up immediately and throws his head down and starts windmilling, like just throwing, literally windmilling his arms in circles.
I hate that shit.
And he gets me like once on the shoulder and once on the side, but I just grabbed him in a headlock and I punched him in the ribs one time.
So you did think it out a little bit. Like you were like, what
I mean, I knew I had to fight him at least, you know? I didn't know if anybody else, I could have been hit from any side and not seen it coming. But luckily all of his friends were just little shitheads telling him, fight him, fight him, fight him. They weren't actually going to help him jump me or anything. They were just punks.
Mm-hmm.
So all we hear is, hey kids, stop it. A teacher's driving by and I'm calling the cops. And by the time I look at the teacher, this guy is gone, he's let go, I've let go. I look at the teacher, is like, we're okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. Like I didn't think anything about it.
Oh.
And then I look back and this guy's already like a quarter mile down the road and turning around like, hell no. I was like,
no
dude,
way!
nothing happened. Like,
I thought he was gonna punch you. I was
No,
like,
no, he ran.
he's gonna get all messed up.
No, as soon as we heard the teacher's voice, we separated. But I thought
He was gonna still be there.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna turn around and still have to keep fighting. But he was already halfway down the road with his friends. All the friends took off.
What?
And I had a
But
couple.
that's it? Did he
that
bother
was
you
it.
anymore?
No, actually, it was really funny because he was a little guy, always picked on. And I was kind of a little, not a little guy picked on, but I didn't have a lot of respect as in my class.
Yeah.
So the next day we look at each other, we kind of smile like, after we're like, we're cool, man? Yeah, we're okay.
What? Oh my god, people are just,
we were,
I don't know, like what the hell is happening?
There was something about us both understanding that we were put in that position to fight by this group of people that expected a fight. And
you just wanted the adrenaline.
I think we both, neither one of us had really ever been in that position, so we both appreciated it as like a story to tell. You know what I mean?
That's
I mean, from the very next day, I was like, that was kind of fun. You know, nobody got hurt, nothing serious happened, there was no animosity after it, no anger afterwards or anything.
Yeah.
That's the kind of fight people should have. You're angry, go throw a couple punches and then just shake hands afterwards. It'll be fine. People get too angry about shit. Life's a lot easier if you let it be.
Mm-hmm.
But that's been a hell. Well, let's see. One more inappropriate question. What do I got here? Oh, it's not there. What did you do, Frank?
What the fuck did I do?
Okay. Last question. It's kind of a serious question. You're an Insta model, right? How do you feel about people that tell you like that? It's not appropriate for a woman to dress that way and put it out there and shit like that. The more conservative valued people that are like, you know, how could you try and make money off your body, essentially?
Well, as we know, sex sells,
Yes.
right? And I feel that everyone is like looking for that, what is it, like excitement or whatever. Even though they're like, why is she dressed up like that? I bet she wants to look like that. I bet she just craves to look like that. I don't know. People are very like
Hypocritical.
Yeah, hypocritical. Nah, I once had a girlfriend who...
Just the one time though.
Yeah, just one time. Who she was telling me, and I told her about this. She's like, yeah, that's how skinny I want to be, like your friend from the pictures. And I'm like, oh. Okay, I mean, I guess it's a positive influence.
And what people don't realize, it takes work. I mean, you have to.
Not me.
No, that. You go to the gym. Do you do?
I don't. That's the thing. That's
Really?
what my boyfriend also
Well, no
said.
wonder
He's like,
people hate you.
how do you do it? I'm
Oh,
over here
shit.
in the fucking gym all the time.
If I had a vagina, I'd hate you too. If you don't even try. But then again, my wife is the same way. My wife is very skinny, she's beautiful, beautiful girl.
Aw.
Love her to death. Doesn't fucking run. Doesn't lift a weight. She does a little bit of yoga because I make her.
Oh my god, that's my boyfriend. He's like, we gotta go to the gym.
But I don't tell her like I tell her, look, I don't give a shit if you can be 250 pounds by the end of this marriage. If you can still run 3 miles in a healthy way, that's all I want. I just want you to be healthy. I don't care what you look like. So when if she's eating a little less, I'm like, hey, eat more. It's okay. I don't love you because you're skinny. I love you because you're you. Just stay healthy. Because when we first got together, she was with a guy who was very disrespectful and wanted her to look a certain way. Didn't like to watch her eat big burgers because it didn't look good for, I guess, that kind of attitude. Very chauvinistic.
Maybe he was fat when he was young.
He was one of those UFC guys, very vain. I mean, not that UFC guys are vain, but he's very into his own physique.
Yep.
And I tell my wife,
And they're aggressive too, so I'm guessing.
They can be, yeah. Especially guys that are cheating, taking a little extra on the side to beef up faster. Extra testosterone and shit like that.
Yeah.
Even though over-the-counter stuff can really fuck with your emotions.
Yeah, that's true.
But point being that, yeah, I understand. People hate on her too because they're like, oh, you don't need to eat cake. It's not going to show up on you anyway. You're like, well, yeah, don't hate me because I can eat cake and it doesn't show up on me.
Yeah. But like I said, everyone wants
it's like, I hate your boyfriend. I hate Chris Hemsworth. I hate Thor. I hate all these guys that
like
are
if you were going to say that?
I would love to look like that.
Yeah.
I'm working to get to some semblance of that. Do I think it's reasonable with my lifestyle and the things I do? Probably not, but I'm not going to say fuck him for looking like that. I say,
exactly.
Damn, son, you're doing a good job. I mean, what are you... that has been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. How have you liked it, Miss Moon?
It's been fun. Thank you so much. It was great.
I've been referring to you as Moonchild for the last 3 days.
Really?
Yeah, you're Moonchild here now. You're the hippie of the family.
Sounds
So,
good.
Frank, tell the people where they could find us, how you liked this episode.
Oh, it was enjoyable. But so are all the other episodes of ours. You can catch a repeat on the YouTubes on the Completely Inappropriate Podcast and also on Facebook.
You can do it.
But,
you can do it. I believe in you, Frank.
Yeah, so if you want to catch Cassi Moon's pretty face, you can see on the YouTubes and on the Facebooks. And you can follow us on the Instagrams at CI Podcast and on the Twitters at Completely Inapp with 1P. And
email us at Completely Inappropriate Podcast at gmail.com with all your comments, questions, concerns. Leave us a 5-star review. All the other stars don't work. Don't try them. Don't bother. Trust us. We love you. We wouldn't lie. Cassie, was there any of your handles you want to let people know where to find you?
Yeah, guys, you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram as Cassi Moon. It's Cassi. Because sometimes they put like an E at the end.
Yeah.
It's not Casey. It's Cassi. Cassi Moon. Thanks, guys.
All right. That has been us. Frank, what do we tell the people?
be excellent to each other.
And find you're happy. We love you guys. Bye.